Hey everyone, Rarity Dash here. Time for another Patreon-sponsored blind reaction. And this one comes to you courtesy of British Intelligence, who has requested that I react to Do I Hate Asdfmovie by DarkSquidge. So yeah, if you don't know, DarkSquidge is a second account for Tom Scott, the creator of Asdfmovie, so this is going to be the creator's thoughts, as opposed to just some random person's. And that should be interesting. It's always kind of fascinating to hear what the creator of a particular thing thinks of that thing, especially if that thing is the thing that they're the most well known for, which I believe is the case for Tom Scott and Asdfmovie. And I'm especially interested after that Muffin song video last month, which kind of did sort of hint at maybe a story there with Tom and this series and kind of some feelings about it. But I'm not really sure exactly what those feelings are. And I mean, after that point, he did make another one, I believe. So, yeah, I'm not really sure. I wouldn't expect him to be fully just down on this thing, considering he did make another one. But maybe there is like a bit of resentment, or there was. I don't know. But I'm definitely curious to find out. So let's go ahead and get this started. And here we go. Appealing way to start, and that's some interesting air.
To hide the fact that I don't care about my appearance today. Problem solved.
Cool.
Hey, you. So,
some interesting stuff in the background too.
Tom Scott Ridgewell, and we just released a new suicidal muffin. Somebody kill me. I want to die. Song. I don't know what it's actually called at the time of filming this.
Well, you went with a muffin song, so
I guess we'll find out now. If you've watched the video or just listened to the song, you might have noticed the incredibly unsubtle hidden message within the song and video.
Definitely played it safe with that title.
I'm misconstrue as me saying that I hate Asdfmovie, when that's absolutely not the case. What I was trying to say with that video is that it's been a long time. I've been doing this for a long time, and as time's gone on, it's gotten harder for me to relate to that part of my brain, that lol random 2007 era.
I mean, that's fair.
I
can get that.
Makes me reflect and look back on my life, because it's one of the biggest and most consistent things in my life. But it is still something that I love very dearly and cherish and am proud of. And
cool.
Optimistic for. The video may have just come across that I hate it, and that's not the point. To prove that I don't hate Asdfmovie, I thought I would go through today and review it. And I'm probably going to be really mean about it, which isn't going to help the case at all. But
okay.
There you go.
Got your nose. Look out, he's got a nose.
Well, this will be interesting.
Alright, so before we even start Asdfmovie, I've got to point out a visual glitch. Asdfmovie was made, the first one at least, was made at the exact point when YouTube transitioned from being a 4:3 aspect ratio to a 16:9 aspect ratio. So after the first shot was animated in 4:3, I went to the animator, wait, no, please make it 16:9. Fun fact, it's not fun at all. That was a really boring interesting, mildly interesting.
You gotta help me, man. My tie is evil and it's gonna kill me. Please don't hurt me.
So fun fact about the tie is evil joke, apparently a kid killed his mom with a hammer, but was quoted as in school saying that his tie was evil and it was going to kill him. Which makes me think an Asdfmovie fan killed their mother with a hammer.
Yeah.
Hello, parking meter. Hello.
Well, that's never good.
What are these jokes? It says hello to the parking meter and it says hello back. Didn't expect that. Alright, Asdfmovie 1. Where to begin? I mean, it's a testament to how much my sense of humor has sped up over the years. Just want to get it over with these days. Apologies to my girlfriends. There's actually only 10 jokes, I think, in Asdfmovie 1, whereas the average now is like 18 in the same amount of time. I really just can't find this funny anymore, Asdfmovie 1. I think it's so many base level non sequiturs, like he says hello to the thing and the thing doesn't. The thing talks. You didn't expect the thing to talk. Like, I appreciate that it was a beginning point, but how did this blow up? Were people's standards just that low back then?
I baked you a pie.
Oh boy, what flavor?
Pie flavor.
I still like pie flavor pie.
I mean...
I like dancing.
Oh, and here we
I
go.
like trains.
So for the longest time, the I like trains joke was originally I like dinosaurs,
Oh.
and then a dinosaur was going to come in and
I don't know if
eat
that would have been as
all the
effective.
kids, but then I just changed it to trains because I was at a train station and thought, hey, wouldn't it be funny if I got hit by a train? The kid was also
don't think
originally
it
voiced by
actually
my
would be,
cousin
but-
at the time. When I had my friend Ed try and do the voice, and his delivery was just so dull and flat. For some reason, it was just perfect. The idea of a child character just having this incredibly dull and flat voice, it just worked.
Haha! They said I could never teach a llama to drive. No, llama, no!
That llama is actually just me going, no!
Okay.
I'm a very talented voice actor. Thank you for asking.
Doctor, I think
It's a
I'm
pretty good llama.
Sexual. How can you tell?
I'm proud of like 19-year-old me for making a gay joke that wasn't homophobic. He vomits rainbows, which is a symbol of gay pride. I'm the victim there. It's a miracle that this has aged and I still have a career intact. So Asdfmovie 2, I'm still.
I mean,
really
that's a
proud
good
of it.
point.
I think it has so many jokes that are like actual jokes and subversions of expectations or just corruptions to joke formats that are actually clever. The first Asdfmovie is what people who don't like Asdfmovie think all of Asdfmovie is, whereas number 2 actually has jokes, and the distinction between them is so small, but I'm still very proud of it today. And I think the reason it works is because I spent about a year coming up with all the jokes and actually tried hard with it. Harder than I've tried with anything else. Apologies to my girlfriends.
Oh, God.
Who parked their car on my sandwich?
Oh.
I did.
I was actually convinced to cut out the who parked their car on my sandwich and the oh no, I spilled my milk jokes out of Asdfmovie 2 in favor of 2 of my least favorite jokes that went in instead. And that was an important lesson for me in not listening to anyone else and anything they think. Because it's all dumb. Because those were better jokes than the ones that went in instead.
Hey man, look at my new dog. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Aw, there's no dog there. Ooh.
Ah, the new dog joke. When I had a competition for someone to write an Asdfmovie joke, and their joke was funnier than any of the other jokes in the actual episode. Fuck.
Wow.
Screw gravity.
The screw gravity joke, I always wanted it to be fuck gravity, but I wasn't ready to put a fuck on my main channel. And to this day, I stand by that decision. Fuck gravity is a better line.
It would have been, but, I mean,
Oh, what is happening?
keep it safe.
I can't even... I am punching yourself!
Yeah, some of this stuff
I
is just...
fucking hate the punching a salad joke. It's so bad. It's so forced. It's me trying to replicate the 3-joke format of I Like Trains with just lol random bullshit. I'm definitely trying to.
It's kind of funny though.
Whoa, what are you doing, man? Stop! Whoa, whoa! I'm ashamed.
It's so
I'm
stupid.
Honey, why is the baby...
That's why it's good.
I need more
Oh.
There's actually a vine of Maisie Williams, who plays Arya Stark in Game of Thrones, quoting the "Buy Me More Jewelry."
Well, that's cool.
Asdfmovie clip. She's seen Asdfmovie. Nice.
Hey guys, check out my new camera.
Oh.
Wait, this isn't the camera.
A lot of people always ask me what my favorite Asdfmovie joke is, and I think I always say it's the new camera one, because that's actually the first ever kind of like joke I ever wrote. It was my first ever animation back when I was like 11 years old or 12 years old. The original version of that joke was 1.5 minutes long. Somehow I took 1.5 minutes to tell that exact same joke.
Wow.
And this one is like 1.5 seconds. A testimony to the increase of my sense of humor. Okay, Asdfmovie 3. It's got some good beats in it, but it's also got a lot of the most try-hardy jokes in it, where I'm just trying to be random. It's like I'm kind of losing grip on what I'm doing. I'm developing more of an anxiety about performing and making a funny video, and I think it really shows. It's still got some very solid beats in there, even if a lot of the jokes I have borrowed from younger versions of myself.
You're getting mugged, kid.
No, you're getting mugged.
How the hell does that even work?
So after just doing a bad impression of Egoraptor in Asdfmovie 3, I got him into Asdfmovie 4. I didn't direct him very well, and I didn't get the line delivery done the way I wanted to, but I was too nervous to say, please do it again, because it was already a big favor. So, oops.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Banana fight. Yeah, let's try a little harder. It's funny. So Asdfmovie 4 definitely has a few dud beats in it, like just jokes that I'm trying too hard on. Really the ones that are just someone getting shot in the face. I don't know why I was like, the shooting in the face one was funny from the last one, let's just do that some more. But ultimately I think Asdfmovie 4 is kind of me getting back on form and figuring out what does and doesn't work. Mostly, like I said, there's about 2 jokes I don't really like in it, but I think I'm very proud of Asdf 4, and it was my favorite one for the longest time because the jokes are quite varied and a lot of them are actually jokes.
Hey man, you wanna play some video games?
No way, dude. You always beat me.
Tell no one!
So, there's another example of self-censorship in Asdfmovie 5 when it's like, hey, do you want to play
Some of
some
this stuff
video
is
games?
always
No way,
funny,
dude, you always beat
no
me. The
matter
original
how many
joke
times I see
was,
it.
hey son, you want to play some video games?
Oh.
No way, Dad, you always beat me. And then he beats the shit out of him. And I kind of
That's
at the
a
last minute
bit
just
darker.
changed it because I was like, is this going too far? And it's another one of those decisions.
It's
where
funny
I
as it is, but I think that
made
would've-
the right call.
I don't know. I think that would have made it
The
funnier.
original joke was
But maybe it is
funnier,
too
It
dark.
was a better joke.
I wonder if my pony can fly.
I wonder if my pony can fly is another one of those jokes that I sincerely regret, because the original version of the joke was just a close-up of a guy holding a baby, and he's like, I wonder if my baby can fly.
Oh.
And he throws it off screen, and there's like a 2-second pause, and he's like, nope, that was funny. And instead he just went for a bullshit, the pony flies.
Yeah, I
I'm gonna put
agree with him on that one.
But it's opposite day.
Oh no!
I like that joke. So Asdfmovie 5,
Yeah,
once again, it's got a handful of
pretty
like,
good.
dud beats where I'm clearly trying too hard, but ultimately it's fairly solid. But I think the pattern so far is that the even-numbered episodes are just the better ones. So speaking of, let's move on to Asdfmovie 6.
Hey, you got a license for that?
You'll never take me alive.
So that trumpet in Asdfmovie 6 is just me going,
Oh. Okay.
still I guess I have.
Hey, did you know that carrots are good
Cool.
for your eyesight?
You lied to me.
So I think the carrots being good for your eyesight joke is one of the first ever Asdf jokes I ever wrote. I just couldn't think of a way to really make it funny, and then Vsauce just showed up on the scene, and it was like, you're funny, you tell facts, your voice just works, and it was just kind of the perfect fit.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Oh.
no.
So the Barbershop Quartet Mind Turtle joke was not actually written by me. Every Asdfmovie, there's like maybe one joke that my friends have just donated and been like, please don't credit me, I don't want to be associated with your work. But that one,
Wow.
I think, was written by my friend Dan. Thanks, Dan.
Ooh, a puppy. Oh, careful, honey. He has a knife. What? No, I don't.
So, the fucking puppy with a knife. The dog was obviously supposed to have like a knife held behind his back, but it became apparent pretty quickly that that wasn't very easy to depict, and Ben wasn't very good at drawing dogs, I guess, so just put a knife on him, and that's enough. That you get the joke, apparently. So Asdfmovie 6. I think it's kind of a pretty perfect one. Like, the only joke I'm not that happy with is the don't think about cats one, because I knew I had a funnier punchline for that joke, but I lost a sketchbook and I forgot the punchline to the joke, but I still
Well, that
put it
sucks.
anyway, and I made up a new punchline, and that punchline was not as good. Ah!
Hey, Stacy, do you want to go to the prom with me? I'm sorry, but I'm a ghost. But you're not dead. Bye, Brian.
Wow.
Oh yeah, Asdfmovie 7's the one where all the suicide jokes show up, because I started suffering with mental health issues. And I
Oh, God.
put it into my work. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so full.
You have room for a muffin?
No.
Why won't you let me die?
I actually loved working with Little Sam, who voices the Muffin, and also Catbug from Bravest Warriors. I had to direct him over the phone because
Cool.
he was over in LA, and I actually had to direct him through his mother because he was in a sound booth. So I'd be like, no, have
Need
your
to see
young
Bravest
child
Warriors
scream,
someday.
I want to die like this, and then she'd have to pass that on to him and be like, okay, honey, say, I want to die! And all the while, it was like 3 a.m. for me in England. That was a weird evening.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, I confirm that all Asdf characters are just naked at all times. That's why you don't see clothes on them. They're just shirtless. Yeah, so I'm actually really happy with Asdfmovie 7 still. No one particular joke jumps out at me and doesn't work. There's not really any compromises. I like that one a lot. I just burped. That was all my love coming out of me.
Have you seen the baby?
No, I think he got outside.
You fool.
I don't know if I've seen all the
regret
deleted
not
scenes.
using almost all of these jokes. Once they were made, they were pretty funny. Except the pineapple joke. I fucking hate that joke, actually.
Happy birthday!
It's a boy!
It's funny, because that's Eddie going the happy birthday one, and then he had a baby boy. I predicted the future.
Hey, you know who's gay?
So Ben, who animates the Astor movies, wrote the final in the trilogy of, hey, you know who's gay jokes? And it's really funny. I hate the jokes, so I don't write the funnier ones. It's because I'm not funny. The deleted scenes. Ultimately,
think you're
just
pretty
regret
funny.
not using most of those jokes. They were pretty good. It could be like a whole Astor movie ahead by now if I hadn't met... Oh, I'm so stupid.
And now, a cow pretending to be a man. Alan, are you a cow? What? No.
Yeah, me neither. You guys want to go skateboard?
The cow from Asdfmovie 8. I can't hide it. I'm basically just doing an impression of a character from Family Guy. The guy who was like, so I was about to burn my girlfriend? I'm just doing that character, who I guess is like Minnesotan. I just like that one voice from Family Guy, and I wanted to put it in Asdfmovie.
That's fair.
You're adopted.
Oh.
Just got me. Yeah, Asdfmovie 8. It's a successful continuation of the series, but yeah, you're definitely starting to see my own cynicism really bleed into this series.
Jimmy, take out the dog.
Yes, mother.
For a walk, Jimmy.
I think at this point in the history of Asdfmovie, I've started really relying heavily on wordplay and people taking or doing things literally, which was not what it originally was. It was much more about non sequitur comedy. And I think that, again, is a sign of me not necessarily running out of ideas, but just my sense of humor changing. I'm doing my best to, like, try and get back to there, but I just got to evolve.
Aw, what's his name?
His name is David.
Hello, I am David.
Markiplier has such a good voice. I just love having him in Asdfmovie. He's just got a naturally incredibly comedic voice. You'll notice that in Asdfmovie, a lot of the voices are American. The ones I'm doing myself because I just think American accents lend themselves to non sequitur comedy much more than British accents. Like if I'm doing a more jaded or sarcastic joke, I'll do a British accent. But if it's like quite whoa out there, it's usually a more American.
Yeah,
Can Susie come out to play?
Sure.
The baby popping out of the tummy was one of the only jokes that I had an editor when I was doing the book say, you have to remove the blood, it's too gross. So I removed it from the cartoon as well.
Whoops.
I'm proud of that stairs joke. It's fucking stupid, but it's a good subversion of expectations. I like how Asdfmovie 6 or 7 had loads of suicide jokes because I was really struggling with my mental health. Asdfmovie 9 has loads of jokes about, like, parents abandoning you or affairs.
I think we should just be friends.
Mother.
And that's really just because my parents' marriage fell apart while making this, and it was the only thing on my mind. So if I wanted to make this Asdfmovie, I had to incorporate that into the video.
we're learning a lot today. It's interesting.
Chase me, Susie! Chase me!
Oh.
Good.
I included
God.
the joke just because I wanted to hear Elliot go,
Good.
You. Yes. Hello. Hi.
The Is This You joke is another one of those jokes that I wrote like an hour or 2 hours before the episode came out and then had Ben animate it like at 4 a.m. I just wanted to do that voice. Just, hello, hi.
You know what I hate? Child murderers. Oh no, here comes one now!
Oh.
All right, another example of self-censorship. The original joke was, you know what I hate? Child molesters. And then a child who is trying to molest them shows up. Again, it's a literal joke, but one that I kind of copped out on and went with child murderers. It's not as good, but once again,
Yeah.
I played it safe because...
Yeah.
I don't want to be fat anymore.
Oh.
He's fat and suicidal. I wonder where that...
Meow. I'm a cow. I said meow meow. I'm a cow.
It was only once I released Asdfmovie 10 that I realized that I'd done the beep beep I'm a sheep joke wrong. The first bit was supposed to be like, one sheep goes beep beep I'm a sheep. I said beep beep I'm a sheep. And then after a pause, another one joins in and they do it together. And then when it gets to the second time and they're all doing it, it like has built up to it more in a way. And I just kind of bonked up my own delivery. I don't like Asdfmovie 10. I don't know if I'll get more fond of it as the years go by, but I find all of the jokes in it really easy to deconstruct and predict. I mean, they are all like, a character says they are, or they're about to do a thing, and then they literally do the thing.
Cannonball!
It's not very clever. It's not even jaded. It's just lazy, I guess. I do want to make an Asdfmovie 11 because...
And you did?
I love the challenge of it. I love the challenge of being able to tap into my younger sensibilities and evolve a little bit comedically and keep this series going. That's the hard bit. You know, the hard bit originally was, can I make a viral hit? And now it's, can I keep this going? Can I still do it? 10-year anniversary of Asdfmovie 1 is coming up on August 10th, and like that would be a perfect release date, but I haven't even touched
I wonder if
pen
that's
to
when he
paper
made
yet,
it.
and I'm, I guess, feeling kind of, in a way, demoralized because I don't like Asdfmovie 10 anymore, but also inspired because I want to outdo myself. But also there is the curse of odd versus even-numbered Asdfmovies. So yeah, those were my opinions on Asdfmovie and some
Very
fun
interesting.
facts to do with the series. Actually, I probably have like 10 times more fun facts, but I'll save those for a book that I will never ever write one day.
Wow.
I'll leave this video on kind of a bum note, but I just need to try harder, I guess. Asdfmovie 11 coming August 10th. Is it? I don't know. I don't know. Oh god, I don't know.
Well, there we go. I'm actually curious now. Did it come out August 10th? It came out. Yeah, it did. Okay, cool. He actually made his made his deadline there. That's cool. So good job there, Tom. You you did pretty good in terms of that. But yeah, very interesting. It's always cool to get these insights from a creator, and it was just good to see this stuff again. I don't know all this stuff by heart yet, so it's kind of it was still, most of them was pretty funny to me, even some of the ones that he was down on. Just because I guess I'm easily amused. But I don't know, I think it's also just kind of good comedy in its own way. It's I mean, some of it, the whole appeal is that it's kind of stupid and terrible. But I don't know. It was good. It was a fun thing, and hopefully there'll be an Asdfmovie 12. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll see. Yeah, I think it was it was just kind of cool going through them all again with him and hearing those thoughts. Anyway, hope you liked the reaction. Let me know if you did, and see you in the next one.